Hey guys, in today's video we are going to be disassembling and assembling the Sony BDP-S1700 DVD player. This DVD player that I have in front of me does not work. The disk drive does not read any disk, and once you plug it into the TV, it does not show anything. It's just a completely black screen and shows some sign of life, but it does not work. These units typically last between a year or two before they start showing their faults, which was a big problem with these DVD players. So I will be selling this thing for about 20 bucks, $25. Comes with the AC cord, original remote. Obviously I'll be selling it for parts as is, but there's still a lot of good usable parts for someone out there. And one thing to really keep in mind when selling something like this online, that there's always going to be a buyer for everything. Say somebody needs a housing, or somebody needs some screws or hardware, or somebody might just buy it for these accessories alone. So let's start tearing into this thing. I'm going to start by flipping it. On this side there should be 2 screws, well 3 screws here. I'm going to be using this iFixit toolkit with this electric screwdriver that I made a video on. Links to the iCard. Should be a Phillips number 1. Make sure to keep all your screws organized. They should all be the same screws. Now from here, you should just be able to slide it out. No issues. And there's the plate. There we go. Now to take this front face off, there are just 4 big clips. So 1 clip here, 1 clip here, 2 clips down bottom here. So you just want to lift up here. And if you don't want to use all 4 of your fingers, just stick a pick in there just to keep it from going back. Then open from there, there, and that should release. It's all one solid piece. And here we go. It's really not worth fixing this thing because the disk drive by itself is probably going to cost about 20 to 30 bucks. And for someone like me, when I'm selling something, I want to get rid of it quick. Plus, I already have a good DVD player, so I have no use for this thing. To start taking out the disk drive, there are 1, 2, 3 screws. Well, actually, 2 screws here on the black tabs, and then it should just slide out. Then you want to disconnect the ribbon cables. Just pull up from the blue part. And then also this. And this. This is just for the I/O port, so. And you should be just lift up and slide out. There you go. And if you're nervous about doing something like this, taking apart anything, just make sure to take pictures before you take anything apart, just so you have a reference of where everything was. But yeah, here's the disc player. And to open this, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. And it should just open right up. Oh. Yeah, there you go. and then just pull out. Then when putting the disk drive back in, make sure to put the back end in first, and then it should just all clip in. This was manufactured October of 2016. So let's set this aside. Take off the I/O here. Just take out the ribbon cable. And then there's just one screw holding that in. You want to be careful not to completely demolish the ribbon cable. And then the motherboard's pretty straightforward. 3 screws. And we have one more screw here over the HDMI port. And then the motherboard should slide right out. Sliding it forward towards you, and then pulling up. There's the board. So now you're just left with one empty housing. Really, they're all the same screws. So inside, they're all the same screws, but above the HDMI port, just one different screw. So it's really not that complicated. So putting it back is the same way. I just took it apart. Just put this thing back together. It took me about 10 minutes to disassemble and reassemble it. So don't be afraid to attempt something like this, taking something apart, learn from it. I hope this video helped somebody out there. Thanks for watching the video. And if you're a new subscriber and you just subscribed, make sure to go down to the comments, comment "I subscribed," and I'll reply to your comment. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.